First of all, Phil, do you buy that Pep couldn't manage? He seems to be saying, I couldn't manage with lesser players. I need to be at a big club with top class. Do you buy that? Or is he being modest?
I think he's being very humble there. He's a terrific coach. You only have to look at what he done when he first went to Barcelona. You know, he just come out of Barcelona B, done well, took the job. First thing he does, he gets rid of the likes of Eto'o, gets rid of Deco, Ibrahimovic, these big names. He stamps his authority and he asked them to buy into this team philosophy. These were huge egos in a star-studded team. He stamped his authority. Then he got the rest of the Barcelona players to buy into his philosophy. And everywhere he's gone, he's shown this tactical awareness, astuteness. He seems to be ahead of the game. This season, fallen by the wayside by a much superior Liverpool side. But he is, without a doubt, I would say, he has been the best manager in the world for some time.
So do you think he could manage with lesser standard of players?
Of course he can, because he's got his man managing is key. He's got the tactical nous, and it's about getting your message across, and he can do that. So of course, I just think he's buying into what a lot of the press have said as well, that he couldn't do it. He needs money. He needs to buy a championship. He needs to buy a trophy. I don't subscribe to that.
I think he can make a lot of teams better. Maybe not go on and win the Premier League. So if that's what he's saying, then of course he's got some top players, but he still made players better at Manchester City. I always think what he's done with Aguero. When he first came in, you thought, which way is this going? But then he got him doing the work rate but still scoring the goals. I think Sterling's better. There's lots of players that have improved. He's made even big decisions at Manchester City. What he did with Joe Hart was very, very big, you know, to move him on. So the same as at Barcelona, you know, as Phil said, some big characters. He's very strong in what he believes, the brand of football. But I still feel it's an art to look at Manchester United. They spent a lot of money, but it hasn't really worked. So he identifies how he wants to play. The players want to come in and they buy into it. And when players are so wealthy, to still get that buy-in and look like they're loving their football. And I tell you now, the gap between Manchester City and Liverpool this season will have really hurt him, and he'll be wanting to fix that.
Do you think this is going to be... It's a really interesting point this summer, because he's got a year left on his contract. He has said he's happy to see out his contract. But with only 1 year to go, that team, how extensively do you both believe it needs a rebuild? Is it a serious rebuild, a couple of additions?
Well, the biggest thing was not replacing Vincent Kompany, and that's
Cost them two positions.
Task. But huge, I think they missed a massive trick there. I think Pep's decision will rest on beating Real Madrid. If they get past Real Madrid, because the next home game after that second leg, I think, is Liverpool. And Liverpool could potentially win the Premier League title at the Etihad if they win there. That would be a massive smack in the face. And I think he will think long and hard about his position.
Because it's not to be somewhere for more than 4 years, to rebuild completely again from the incredible standards that he set. What he's brought to the Premier League has been fantastic. Yeah. But he's so intense. Do you think he would have the energy, the desire to go again and accept the challenge of a magnificent Liverpool team?
And that's the thing. He had a little break, didn't he? Where was he?
New York for a year.
Yeah, and he took that time out. So I'm sure he'll speak with his family and that and say, where are we at with things? But I just feel that, just listen to that interview there and little things with Pep Guardiola, it's not about the money. So maybe he wants to prove people and say, and for Manchester City, I think it's crucial as well. He needs to start making his decision, because with Manchester City recruiting, a lot of players will come for Pep Guardiola. If he's only got a year left, how can he attract those players? And how can the club attract those players? So that's
if you two, when you've signed contracts with clubs, do you say to the manager, do you see how long the manager's going to be there?
Yeah,
the manager that's buying.
Of course. Most players go to the club for the manager. You know, that relationship. I mean, you've got rapport with him. The manager says, I want to build a team around you, or you're going to be part of something big. This is our plans. You buy into that. And that's the key. She said, mentioned it earlier on, some players will go for money. The players that I've come across in my career have always wanted to play football, first and foremost. We're never motivated by the money. It's about the trophies.
Is your gut feel the same as Matt's, that we will see Pep at Manchester City for more than next season?
I hope so, because as Matt says, I think that challenge now, they can still have a spectacular season. Both domestic cups, you could see
And the
Champions League, they've got to perform well in that. And that's why I said...
But that can go one of two ways. He could say, there you go, done the lot, see ya.
Yeah.
Possibly. But I think that gap, that seeing what Klopp's done at Liverpool, that's going to be a sore point for him. And I think he's going to say, you know what, I'm going to turn this round next year.
Have you noticed it's about the third time he's mentioned that?
Look, Liverpool are doing all right, aren't they?
They're not bad. They've got a chance.
But I agree with what Phil... So I'm sure when Phil moved to Liverpool, right, you probably had the choice of other clubs. But the manager, who would it have been at the time?
Roy Evans.
Roy Evans sold that club to you, and that's what you do. And I've known players who've moved for a manager, and the manager's got the sack, and they're absolutely gutted them because I can think of Robbie Keane when he went to Inter Milan, and he just went there, and then the manager got the sack, and it was just absolutely such a dream move, big move. Then it unravelled for him because the new manager came in with his ideas. So I think with Pep Guardiola, he's definitely, he's seriously motivated. But yes, will he go abroad? I think he's entitled with Juventus, or will he look at it and go, I need a good few players, I'm going to chat to the board, they're going to back me. I do think there's a few players, David Silva, he's going to go. How long? Aguero's only got 1 year left after this, so there's a few players that they need to
it's a natural cycle.
Yeah, it's that natural cycle, so he needs to do that, whereas Liverpool, I think they've got a lot of, this team's only going to get better.